Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the first of a segment of videos which will be leading up towards the 2021-2022 NBA season. I wouldn't call myself a huge NBA fan. I enjoy the NBA, prefer the NBL, but they're both enjoyable. Yeah, so this video is going to be the 2021-2022 NBA awards predictions from me. So over the next week, because a week today is when the NBA season starts. So yeah, so in this video I'll be predicting the most valuable player, the defensive player of the year, the rookie of the year, the sixth man of the year, the most improved player, and the coach of the year. Yeah, so we'll be right back. Just to address, over the last year in December, I did the 2021-2022 NBA awards, but for the 2020-2021 season, I did 5 nominees instead of 3, which this year I've cut it down to 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go from 3, 2, and then announce who I think is gonna win. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get through it quickly. So for the most valuable player at 3, I have Mr. Kevin Durant from the Brooklyn Nets, who personally I think last year was like one of his first down-ish years that he's had, because you can't blame him. He's had injuries, team chemistry wasn't just clicking, but I think this year he's gonna be definitely top 3 MVP potential. Possibly no Kyrie playing at points during the season because he can't play home games, apparently, to being not vaccinated. Yeah, and Harden will have to pull some more weight, but I think KD's going to have a career year. So 2 is going to be Mr. Dallas Maverick, Luka Doncic. But to be fair, I had him at winning the MVP about 10 minutes ago before I fixed up this list. But I just think he won't be able to. It'll depend on how Dallas go this year, which usually that doesn't mean well for MVP candidates. Yeah. So, number 1 is going to be MVP will be Giannis Antetokounmpo. So with this, I thought this was kind of a highly controversial one, just because he won the Finals MVP when the Bucks played the Suns. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more, but Giannis is gonna have a good year again, and boom. Sorry if you hear any random noises going on. So the defensive player of the year is going to be Al Horford in 3rd, which I think this was once again a kind of controversial one, just because of the fact that he might not play as many minutes back at the Celtics because he'll be behind Robert Williams. But I think when he plays, he's always been a good defender. So that's why I have him in at 3. Number 2 was last year's winner, I believe, Mr. Rudy Gobert, Mr. COVID attacher to the microphones. Not last season, the season before. Yeah. But he will definitely be another good defender. He'll help the Jazz come about 3rd to 7th positions. Yeah. And number 1 will probably not be unconvincing. It is, once again, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, I don't know what to say about that, but in the last couple of years, his defense has fully been ramped up a whole, basically, step. Yeah, that's all I need to say. Yes, so the next category is probably one of the most highly contested Rookie of the Year categories in probably the last couple of years. Yeah. So at 3, I've got Jalen Green, who is playing for the Houston Rockets. In my opinion, the Houston Rockets team is like definitely not as good as where it has been in the past. Because last year, and the year before, they would have had Westbrook, James Harden, PJ Tucker. It's like they've kind of lost a lot of that. So, but Jalen Green is going to come in and propel and be what the Rockets need for the future. Number 2 is the Australian maestro and Adelaide 36ers legend for about a season. You probably know who it is now. It is Josh Giddey. Which, once again with this, he played well in the NBL. As you probably know, I'm a big watcher of the NBL. Yeah, he played well. He got, I think, he had a couple triple doubles on the trot, like midway through the season. He averaged like 16 and 7 or around there. Yeah, so he will, and in the preseason game, he showed that the NBL is definitely a stepping stone. Yeah, so he'll be the runner-up of the Rookie of the Year. Number 1 will probably be the most convincing Rookie of the Year. It is Cade Cunningham from the Detroit Pistons, who is their point guard, will probably play the starting PG or small forward. Yeah, I will say I don't have much to say about him because I haven't watched the whole college route he went. Yeah, but he's going to win the Rookie of the Year. The next one is probably an interesting one. It's the Sixth Man of the Year. So I'll smash through this one real quickly. In 3, I've got Derrick Rose at the New York Knicks. I just think he's going to have a year where no injuries get in the way. He's going to basically have a nearly Bulls level year, but just not good enough to be 6 man, because he'll have to start some games here and there, I assume. Number 2 is last season's 6 Man of the Year, Jordan Clarkson, who he can show why. He came out of nowhere, kinda, because he was on the Lakers, he was on the Cavs. I think he might have not been on the Rockets. He was on the Jazz, where he is now. Yeah, so he's a unit to that Jazz team, but he won't win. Number 1 for the 6 Man of the Year will be Paddy Daddy. That's what my friend calls him. Yeah, Patrick Mills, the World Cup Olympics hero for Australia. Yeah, not much to say about this. He's a scoring maestro. He plays so well. He's going to have new teammates, so he's got this. But unfortunately, I think the reason that might rule him out from being 6 Man of the Year is that Kyrie won't play home games because he's not vaccinated as of this moment. Yeah, but I think he will still win 6 Man of the Year. Next one is the last player-based award. It is the most improved player. This one has always been a hard one to predict, just because you don't know. Because who won it? Like halfway through the season last year, it was meant to be Michael Porter Jr. was like the cheapest player you could bet on to have him be most improved, and that didn't happen. Yeah. So once again, number 3 is going to be Matisse Thybulle, the Australian boomer / American, who went to the Olympics with the Aussies. And with the uncertainty of Simmons, because no one knows what the fuck is happening with Simmons, is he going to be at the Sixers in 2 weeks? Is he not? Matisse's defense over the last year has been exceptional. You could see that. I know the Olympics and the NBA are two different ball games, basically, he just showed why he should have been selected, or why he did get selected. Yeah, he can steal the ball with that long length. He can block it here and there. He's just overly quick. Yeah, and I think he'll have an improved time this year. Number 2 will be Andrew Wiggins from the Golden State Warriors, which once again there was some certain uncertainty over him getting vaccinated, but I think recently he did vaccinate. Yeah, so he in Golden State has had a topsy-turvy start to his career there, but when you think about it, now that Clay will be back halfway through the season, Steph's there, Draymond's there, and Andrew Wiggins, I think his work rate will hopefully just go up. His attitude might just hopefully be better. And yeah, that's why he will be the second in most improved. So number 1 is who I said last year would be the most improved player, but I think I'm going to be closer this year. It is Lonzo Ball from the Chicago Bulls. Overall, I just think that the Chicago Bulls this season have kind of, wouldn't say overhauled their whole team, but now you've got Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic. I forgot the power forward. Yeah, but I think Lonzo's going to have a standout year that will get him to win the most improved and might make the All-Star team. That's probably way too big of a shout, but yeah. So the last award is going to be the Coach of the Year, which, once again, this was one of the harder awards for me to predict, just because I don't know what goes into being a coach. Yeah. So, number 3, I've got Chauncey Billups, who I believe is the new, I think, was it Pistons? Oh no, it was the Trailblazers. He played on the Pistons. Yeah. So, I think he's going to take that team to like a reasonable end of playoff spot with Lillard, McCollum, and that's kind of all of who's at Portland. Yeah. So 2 is going to be Jason Kidd, who he is the official head coach of the Dallas Mavericks now, because he was at the Los Angeles Lakers as an assistant since 2019. Yeah. So I think he has a huge NBA his NBA brain is like, you could ask him anything and he would just be, yeah. I don't know where I'm going, but yeah, he was the Bucks coach, he was the Nets coach. With this Mavs team, he's just going to know what to do with them, and the Mavs will rise up the table. But he isn't going to be the winner of the Coach of the Year. For me, the Coach of the Year is going to be Billy Donovan from the Chicago Bulls. Personally, for Billy Donovan, it all comes down to how that team plays together. Like I said, LaVine, Ball, DeRozan, Vucevic. It's like, that is like an all-star caliber team that'll be there. Yeah. So Billy Donovan just needs to prove that he can coach all of those stars well, and then they'll be good to go. Yeah, so that was my predictions for the 2021-2022 awards. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed this kind of content from me, you can click the little red subscribe button down below. But, as I've said in the past nearly probably 100 or so videos, I'm not forcing you to do that. But I think that's where my viewership is kind of not going well. But yeah, I'm just not forcing you to anyway. So yeah, hopefully this will be the first video of maybe 3 or 4 NBA based videos for the season ahead. Yeah, hope you enjoy. If you don't, we'll be back to normal Blu-ray collection updates at the start of every month. Once December comes around, we might be doing Videomas again, which is 25 videos in 25 days. Yeah, so I'll see you next time. Peace.